Erica says she's still being haunted by molestation allegations involving her children. You see, one of her daughters said that her ex, Clint, sexually abused her. Erica called CPS and doctors, but the case was dropped due to a lack of evidence. But then CPS started another investigation alleging that Erica sold her children for drugs and molested them. Today, Erica wants to know if Clint fabricated these new allegations in retaliation.
My ex, Erica, accused me of molesting my daughter when she was 3. Me as a man and as a father, I would never touch my child. Anybody that would touch a child is scum, lower than dirt. She basically told me I can't get her because my daughter came back to her and told her that I had touched her in an inappropriate way. When Erica told me, it was like it was nothing to her. It was like she said it like she was ordering a cheeseburger or something. She had no feelings behind it. I let a little time go by and I tried to give her a call again. She never answered my phone calls. She never called me back, anything like that. I know I should have done more to see my child. One of her family members told me, did I know that Erica had moved out of state? I said, no, I did not. And if I would have known that, I'd have been trying to contact her. And I missed out on years of her life, birthdays, Christmas, her first bike ride.
When something happened to her, she was 3 years old, Steve. 3. Ain't no way she can give me the details she gave me if nothing happened to her.
So why are you here today?
I want to know the truth. I want him to suffer for anything he could have done to my baby. If he didn't do it, I could suck that up and move on.
Does your daughter have a relationship with him?
No, she ain't never called him daddy. His name Clint. When he had the one time he did try to talk to her, she gave me the phone back, and I told him, don't try to be daddy now. Don't try to talk to her now. You ain't called her never for any birthday, any holiday. When she got sick and was in the hospital for months, you didn't contact nobody. They contacted you to find out information on your family. You didn't even ask how she was doing, what her condition was, or nothing. My family had a reunion at our local park where everybody had their barbecues and family reunions. He saw me and tried to have a conversation.
Clint.
Clint did. He didn't ask about our daughter, so at that point I cut the conversation short. I got things to do.
Did the police get involved with Clint when his allegation came up?
I did make a police report.
And what happened with that investigation?
After that, I was told to make a CPS report. What I did all of that in 24 hours. Took her to the emergency room.
But it was dropped.
They dropped it
because lack of evidence.
They couldn't contact him. If they did contact him, he wouldn't talk to him. So they got nothing from Clint at all.
Right.
I took her to 2 different doctors. I got a second opinion after I took her to the emergency room. I took her to our pediatrician. There was no evidence. The whole case was dropped. Heard nothing else after that. Allegations
came up that you sold your kids for drugs and that you molested them.
That's Clint trying to get back at me.
You never sold your kids for drugs.
I didn't never use drugs. I smoked weed. But crack, heroin, all them other drugs that was involved in the CPS hotline was all made up. Clint trying to make himself look good once again. Like, literally, they came to the park the day before Father's Day. They came to the park. A couple family members, not to say names, but a couple family members came to the park. They wanted to spend time with us and the kids. They ended up kidnapping my kids. When I found them a couple hours later, all of them was in CPS custody at the hospital. Who was there? Clint. And his family members trying to get custody of my girls. Seriously, Clint. Seriously.
Man, you really
I lied on you for what? I fabricated the story for what? I was molesting my kids and selling them though, bruh? Are you serious
you coming
though?
at me on some stuff I did not say.
Man, I just watched your video. You ain't never been a daddy. What you mean? When
Never
last time
been
you
a
reached
daddy.
out? When last time you reached out? Where were you at when I had her, bruh?
At the hospital.
No, you was at home in our neighbor.
No. Are you freaking serious?
Yeah, let's go there.
So I
After
wasn't at the
I had her
hospital.
when Jarita died, where was you at when I called you and told her twin just passed away?
She passed in my arm. What are you talking about?
Where was you at when I called you though?
What are you talking about?
You
She
wasn't at the
passed in my
hospital.
arm.
Yeah, after you got there 2 hours.
Who took all the pictures of you
afterwards.
having the dang on kid?
Not you. How old was she? 3?
3.
3 when she came over your house? You gonna tell me ain't nothing happened whatsoever? You didn't even put forth the effort to try and talk to her.
What do you mean try to talk to her?
And all the people that used to be in your house, all the other people that could have been possibly doing something to her, you didn't give a damn about even trying to figure it out. You was just like, yeah, whatever, you lying. You hung up on me and kept the poor hear from you forever.
I don't know how a 3-year-old can tell you that somebody fondled her. And
Well,
then
three-year-olds-
to be so specific about it.
Well, a 3-year-old can verbalize, right?
Yeah, I mean, she can verbalize, but to be so specific about it.
Well,
And
that's
then
the
for me
Was
to
she
bring-
specific
for me
about
to
what she
bring-
wanted from McDonald's? She wasn't specific about exactly what she wanted on her burger at 3? Exactly. She could be specific about how somebody touched her personal body.
Did you cooperate with the investigation?
No.
I didn't get
No.
investigated.
Well, she says she called the police.
They
and
never
CPS.
contacted me.
No. He wouldn't talk to nobody or return no calls or nothing. I personally left you messages
do
to
you-
contact these people.
Do you have a relationship with your daughter?
No,
Why not?
because she took my daughter and skipped town.
How
Yeah,
many
but-
years after
But
the
the
fact?
point that she made, well, she says, first of all, when
This
she
was
left
way
you,
after the fact.
this was before she moved out of state. And even now, you could get in contact if you wanted to.
Yeah, but
Well, why-
she don't want a relationship with me. I
But
don't
it's
know
your
what they
but
told
it's-
her.
We're talking about your daughter.
Can I have my cell phone? Because I swear to God, you be texting and calling, and we done been in communication, but how often do you say, how my baby doing? When she was in the
All the
hospital for
time.
months.
I don't just ask about her, I ask about all your kids. What are you talking about?
Why would you give up so easily on your daughter?
Why would I give up so
Yeah.
easily? I mean, I can't, like I said, I can't have a relationship with somebody that don't want a relationship with me.
She said to you, I don't want to have a relationship with you?
No, Erica said she don't want to have a relationship with me.
How many
Yeah, but
times did
this
I
is-
try to get her to
this
talk
is
to you
your
and she
daughter
didn't
we're
want to talk
talking
to you?
about.
Right.
Well-
But in my defense, she's my daughter biologically, but she was calling some other man fault.
Did you fabricate allegations against her?
No.
Do you
No,
believe
I
that
would
she
never do
sold
that.
your children for drugs?
I would never do that.
Do you believe that she sold your children for
No.
drugs? No. Do you believe she molested your daughter?
I don't know what's going on in her household.
Do you believe that she molested
But I was
your
on
No.
daughter?
drugs.
Okay. So you saying that you had nothing to do with
Nothing
reporting
to do
her?
with CPS calling her or anything like that.
Okay. You came here, took a lie detector test, and we asked you, did you make up the story that Clint molested your daughter? You answered no. Did your daughter tell you that Clint did those sexual things to her? You answered yes. Did you ever do anything sexual to any of your children? You answered no. Did you ever sell or trade your children for drugs? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and they came back that Erica told the truth.
But everybody knew that, though.
Congratulations.
But everybody already knew that, though, so kiss my ass.
Clint, we asked you, did you ever touch your daughter's private area for your own sexual gratification or pleasure? You answered no. Did you ever tell authorities that Erica sexually abused her children? You answered no. Did you ever tell authorities that Erica sold her children for drugs? You answered no. Results came back all the same for you, and they came back that Clint told the truth.
You check on this. Did you still lie on me? Yes, you did. You just sat right here and made me look like the bad guy. Like, I just took her and ran off with her, though.
But the one concern I have with this story is you passed for your daughter telling you that she was sexually
Yeah.
touched. So if it wasn't you, Clint, which you passed, maybe somebody got away with touching your daughter.
And if I ever find out who it was,
The thing was, it was at your house.
But did you look into it?
did I look into it? No. Because like I said, they never contacted me about
I
it.
did contact you. You
found out
told me I
through
was
her.
a liar, bro.
I'm talking about
You told me
CPS.
that I hated you because you moved on when I was already married.
If somebody did something to your daughter, they got away with it. Obviously, nobody's been punished for this.
Correct.
Because, you know, you hear her, she's telling the truth that your daughter, and like I said, at 3 years old, I remember my daughter when she was 3, she was very verbal. She could say a lot of stuff that was going on.
Right.
And I got to imagine your daughter's the same way, so I wouldn't discount the fact that she was only 3. I'm glad that you're both telling the truth, knowing that he's telling the truth. Any chance that you will try to build a relationship with your daughter?
Yes, that's what I wanted.
What do you want?
We could start with talking to her and possibly trying to talk to her on the phone type of stuff. But other than that, that's just a start. Because I feel like personally, before I left out of town, before the allegations, you were trying because you were being forced to when she was 3. 2 times did you do something with her.
You're gonna call her for her birthday this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do hope that he'll take the steps to get back involved, because I would think that it's important to have your father in your life. But it does seem like a lot of time has passed, and sometimes that damage takes a lot to overcome.